Cop gets brutally humiliated. The power dynamics shift dramatically as their actions come back to haunt them. Get ready to witness the cops who get brutally humiliated. Rebuilding trust starts with acknowledging the problem and taking decisive action. Let's take a look at shocking incidents of abuse of power and betrayal that demand immediate attention. In a troubling incident, Sergeant Morgan Wysocki, a member of the Leon County Sheriff's Office in Florida, found himself in hot water when he attempted to evade a DUI arrest but ultimately failed. The incident occurred on the late night of October 16, 2020, when Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Anthony Mosqueda responded to a call from the Tallahassee Police Department. Upon arriving at the scene, Trooper Mosqueda discovered Sergeant Wysocki, a fellow law enforcement officer, urinating on the ground near his red 2014 Jeep SUV. Suspecting that Wysocki might be under the influence, Mosqueda initiated an investigation. However, instead of cooperating, Wysocki tried to leverage his position by displaying his county police badge in hopes of receiving leniency. Unfazed by Wysocki's attempt to circumvent the law, Trooper Mosqueda insisted on conducting field sobriety tests. Wysocki's non-compliance and disrespectful behavior towards the officers further heightened their suspicion. Consequently, he was handcuffed and taken into custody while his girlfriend was allowed to drive the vehicle home. Wysocki later pled guilty to driving under the influence, leading to sentencing of 12 months of probation, community service, a driver's license suspension for 6 months, and a fine of $780. It was disheartening to discover that this was not Wysocki's first DUI offense, as he had previously been arrested for the same charge at the age of 20.
He's standing at the front of the vehicle urinating on the...
The suspect was not an ordinary citizen, but a sergeant with the Leon County Sheriff's Office, Morgan Wysocki. Scott said that he initiated a traffic stop after he noticed Wysocki making a left turn at a steady red arrow. However, since there was a close relationship between the Tallahassee PD and the Leon County Sheriff's Office, Scott decided to turn the case to the Florida Patrol Police. To investigate Wysocki further, Trooper Mosqueda approached his car. As he started to investigate the sergeant, as Trooper Mosqueda asked Wysocki whether he was driving under the influence, Sergeant Wysocki started showing him his county police badge in the hope that Mosqueda would not be too harsh on him. Wysocki and his girlfriend kept asking him to hurry up because they were getting late. The couple's attitude throughout the whole traffic stop indicates that they must have been multiple traffic stops before. Seeing the sergeant's noncompliance and rude behavior, Officer Mosqueda decided to arrest him. Wysocki was handcuffed and transported to the local police station while his girlfriend drove the Jeep home.
In a distressing turn of events, Yesenia Garcia became the victim of a mistaken arrest by the Scottsdale Police Department for a hit-and-run crime that she had no involvement in whatsoever. On the night of May 24, 2020, Garcia returned to her car only to discover that her windshield had been damaged. Seeking assistance, she reported the incident to nearby officers, unaware that it would lead to her wrongful arrest. Officer Kevin Outerpour, upon receiving a call regarding a hit-and-run incident in the area, mistakenly assumed Garcia was the suspect without properly investigating her side of the story. Garcia was detained, questioned, and ultimately charged with drug paraphernalia, 2 counts of DUI, and failure to stop at the scene of an accident causing injury or death. Realizing the grave error, the Scottsdale Police Department faced a lawsuit filed by Garcia for violating her constitutional rights and subjecting her to harassment. Eventually, the city recognized its mistake and agreed to a settlement, compensating Garcia with $200,000. This incident highlights the importance of thorough investigation and due process in law enforcement.
Is paying the price for a costly mistake. The city is agreeing to pay $200,000 after police mistakenly arrested a woman for a hit-and-run nearly 3 years ago.
On the night of May 24, 2020, Garcia parked her car at the Galleria Corporate Center in Old Town and went to a bar for some drinks. After having 3 drinks, Garcia returned around 11:10 p.m. and was met with a shocking sight. The windshield of her car had been damaged. Without listening to Garcia's part of the story, Officer Kevin and his colleague, Nicholas Fay, detained Garcia and started investigating her while Kevin's body cam recorded the whole incident. Kevin asked Garcia how many drinks she had had tonight, to which Garcia didn't give any answer. Instead, she asked the cop whether she was being detained. Officer Kevin replied, yes.
The actions of Officer Michael O'Sullivan from the Baltimore Police Department have shaken the trust in law enforcement. Disturbing body cam footage revealed O'Sullivan attempting to frame an innocent citizen, Yusef Smith, by planting a gun on him. This reprehensible act was captured on video, highlighting the need for such accountability measures. During Smith's court proceedings, O'Sullivan provided false testimony, claiming that Smith possessed the gun. As a result, Smith faced multiple charges that could have led to a lengthy prison sentence. Justice was served as O'Sullivan was charged, convicted of misconduct, and sentenced to 15 months in prison for his reprehensible actions. This case serves as a striking example of the importance of transparency, accountability, and the utilization of body cam footage to expose and rectify police misconduct. The series of police misconduct cases, including the infamous gun trace task force in Baltimore, has had a detrimental impact on the trust that citizens place in the Baltimore Police Department. These incidents of abuse of power, planting evidence, false testimonies, and wrongful arrests have understandably shaken the faith of the public and law enforcement agencies. The Gun Trace Task Force in particular exemplified a gross betrayal of the public's trust. Corrupt officers within the task force engaged in a range of criminal activities including robbery, drug dealing, and extortion. Their actions not only undermined the integrity of the police department, but also resulted in numerous innocent individuals being unjustly targeted and charged with crimes they did not commit.
Receiving a call about a dispute in a Baltimore neighborhood, Officer O'Sullivan and other cops arrived on the spot. They arrested 3 men, including Yusef Smith. Although 2 other men got released shortly after, Yusef Smith was kept under arrest on the charges of possessing a gun during a dispute. When presented in court, O'Sullivan testified under oath during a trial that Smith did in fact possess a gun. Officer O'Sullivan's testimony resulted in the incarceration of Yusef Smith, who is now facing multiple charges that could land him in jail for more than a decade. However, when there seemed to be no hope for Smith, Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby reviewed O'Sullivan's body cam footage and discovered a disturbing fact. Although the body cam footage showed Yusef running far away on the road and a gun laying on the ground, Officer Michael O'Sullivan testified in court that he saw Smith throwing the gun.
Michael O'Sullivan could not see what he said he saw, so he straight up lied under oath in a trial.
O'Sullivan accusing Smith of possessing a handgun could have wasted Smith's decades of life. But thanks to O'Sullivan's body cam, things didn't go that far. But while Smith didn't get convicted, he did suffer due to the wild accusation. He not only lost his job and his living place, but also had to spend months in jail while waiting for the court's hearing. After the state attorney pointed out O'Sullivan's misconduct, the Baltimore Police Department started an investigation into the officer's conduct. He was eventually charged and convicted of misconduct and was sentenced to 15 months in prison. As it is,
these cases underscore the urgent need for accountability and robust monitoring of police conduct. Law enforcement agencies must establish transparent mechanisms to investigate and address instances of misconduct promptly. That's all for the video, but we'll be right back soon. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.